Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today, a lot of people have been asking me, how do I trade? How do I go in and look at the market? How do I make my money? You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do this video to share a strategy, a really simple strategy that I use to, make money on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. All right. So here we have Euro USD. All right, this is the pair we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at it on the hour time frame, which is a time frame I like to trade off of, and we're going to be using two indicators for this strategy. All right, you're going to need both of them to follow this strategy. They're going to go hand in hand together. All right. The first one is the pivot reversal strategy with alerts. Okay. Now to add this indicator on here, I already have it on here, but I'm going to show you how to put it on. You want to go up here to the top of the screen where it says indicators and strategies. You're going to click that and you're going to type in pivot reversal strategy. All right. Now all these are going to pop up, but the one you want is the one by RU++. Okay. And here we go right here. All right. Pivot reversal strategy with alerts. RU++. Okay. Then you can look over here to the right and see it says RU++. That is the one you want to make sure you have. Okay. So you're going to click on that. It's going to pop up on your screen. Okay. And now when that pops up, what that is these alerts, these buy and sell alerts. You can see on my screen these green and red boxes that say buy and sell. These are going to alert you for a potential buy or a potential sale. Okay. Now, when these pop up on here, you want to go make sure you have your settings right. Okay. So you're going to look up here in the left hand corner of the screen. You're going to click on the little settings icon. First, we're going to go to inputs. Make sure it says 4 for the left, 2 for the right. Okay. For style, make sure these two the shapes are clicked, the shapes box are clicked, checked off. Then we want to go and make sure the top one, these are going to be our buy signals. They're going to be green. Okay. Make sure this box is checked green. Make sure this box is red. These are going to be our sell signals. These are going to be red. All right. Next, you want to go to these little up down arrows right here. Make sure this one says label up for the green box, and make sure this one says label down for the red box, or they're not going to show up right. Okay. So after you do that, make sure the green box is below. Make sure it says below bar. Make sure the red box says above bar. Okay. Once all that's done, you're good to go on that. All right. Your pivot reversal strategy with your buy and sell alerts will be added to your chart. All right. Next, we want to go to our SMA, or our simple moving average, our 50 SMA, simple moving average. Okay. So to add that, we're going to do the same as before. We're going to go up here to indicators. We're going to search simple moving averages. Okay. Now, on here, I don't know how it's going to pop up when you search it, but it popped up. It's the top one on mine. Okay. I'm not going to click it because I already have it on mine, but it's going to say simple moving averages by stocks inbox. That's who you want to choose. Simple moving averages by stocks inbox. And it should be the highest number on here. Okay. So once you click that, boom, it pops up. It's on your screen. And what that is, it will be a bunch of lines that pop up, but I'm going to show you how to get those off of here. So I can better show you what you're looking at. So once you get that on here, you're going to go to settings up here at the top, just like with the pivot reversal strategy. We're going to go over to the settings icon, click on that. Then we're going to go to, first we're going to go to inputs. And for the first one, this is going to be the only one that we're using today. It's going to be SMA number 1. That's the only line that we're using. That's the only one that we want on the screen. So under SMA number 1, when it first pops up for you, it's going to say 20. Okay. You want to delete that 20. And in this box, you want to put 50. Okay. That's going to set your 50 simple moving average. All right. Once that's set, we're going to go over here to style. Like I said before, mine's already set up, so it's not going to show up like yours. But I'm not going to go click down this whole section. But when yours first pops up, it's going to have all these lines. Okay, we don't want those in the back. We don't want any of those. Okay, we don't want all those moving averages. So what we're going to do is we're going to unclick from the bottom. You're going to start at the bottom at number 10, uncheck all these boxes. We don't want any of those. Okay, so uncheck all these boxes. Leave number 1. Number 1 is going to be the only one that we're working with. Okay, so in the SMA number 1, make sure it's checked because that's the only one we're using. The top color, we're going to make sure it's green. Okay, after you make sure that's green, the bottom one is going to be red. These are going to be for our sales. Just like with the pivot reversal strategy, the buys are green, the reds are sell. Okay, after that's set, you're good to go. Okay, you're going to go down here and click OK. Now we have our indicator set up and we're ready to put our strategy to use. Okay, but before we do that, I'm going to explain what exactly you're looking at. Let me delete this trend line real quick. Okay, so boom, here we go. When you're looking at this, we have our 50 SMA, our 50 simple moving average. That will be this line that you see on the screen. Okay, this line that goes red is red and green. That's our 50 moving average. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at to see the trend or the direction that the market is moving in. Okay, if it's under the 50 MA, if it's under the 50 simple moving average, under the 50 MA, it's going to be red on top, and the price or the candles will be below it. Okay, that means we're going to be basically in a sale. If you go right here to the right, you can see it's above the 50 simple moving average, and it's green. So what would that be? We said green is buy, right? Boom, market price is moving up. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at using this strategy, using the 50 MA. We're going to be looking for price to be below the 50 and for this 50 MA to be red for our sales, and for the buys, we're going to be looking for it to be above and for this line to be green. Okay, and then we're also going to incorporate the pivot reversal strategy. For example, right here, we saw a sale, we saw a price drop below the 50 moving average. We saw a price drop below, and we also got a sell signal pop up right here. Boom. So we got a sell, and we got the market price dropped all the way down here. So that would have been a good sell. But I'm going to show you how to actually, instead of just looking for that, because it's not going to be that simple. It's simple, but it's not that simple. We're going to have to do a little bit more work, but I'm going to show you how to do that right now with trend lines. Okay. So right here, we see we got a sale. We got a good, nice sale right here. Okay. But before that sale came, we got to remember, when you're trading, you look left to right. Okay, market moves from left to right. Okay, so we're gonna draw a trend line out right here. Boom. Let's say price. This was back on April 24th. Okay, so let's pretend we went back in time and we're on the 24th of April right now. So price will be down here. So boom, we pulled up our chart. We're looking at this. We're looking at Euro USD, looking to get into a trade. We see that price is moving up right here. So we start drawing our trend lines. Okay, we start drawing our trend lines. Boom, boom, boom. We see prices moving up. Okay, boom. We got our trend line on here, and we see that price is respecting this trend line. It's moving up. Boom, we're watching it. We could actually be buying this whole time because it's not breaking this trend line. But I don't want to get into all that. I just want to go over this strategy and how you can catch real good setups on here and make good money using this strategy. As we're waiting on this to go up further, when we look up here, this is on May 4th. Okay, so on May 4th, we see that price broke this trend line right here. Okay, now when I trade, I usually look for 2 to 3 confirmations before I get into a trade, just to be safe. 3 is it's a done deal. I'm getting in the trade. So right here, I actually have 3 confirmations, 3 different signals for a sale that I'll be looking at. Okay, the first one will be the fact that it broke below this trend line and it closed. All right, if you look closely, the price broke below the trend line and it closed. That's a wick, but the body closed. It's below the trend line. Okay, so that's one thing we're going to be looking at. The second is the strategy. Okay, the strategy that we have going is the pivot reversal and the 50 SMA break. So if you look at it, boom, we got a sell signal right here, right? That's our confirmation number 2. Confirmation number 2 is our sell signal popped up. So we got a sell signal right here that we're looking at. We see price broke below the trend line. It stayed below it, closed below it. And we also have a what right here, red moving average. And price is below the moving average. So we have 3 confirmations for a sell right there. All right. Now we could get in. You could have got in this trade on the break when it broke and closed below, which aggressive traders, which me, I'm a pretty aggressive trader. I would have gotten that trade right there after that break, and I would have rolled it down. What we really want to look for is 1-to-1 risk reward ratios for our trades. We want to do 1-for-1s. We want to limit our losses, and we want to really compound our profits quickly. So what we really usually look for is 20 to 30 pips. That's all we want, and we get out of the market. On this sale right here, this was a good, this was a good 150, 160 pips. We only want 20 to 30 of those. That's all we want. That's all we're looking for. We don't have to ride this whole thing down. We want to get our money. We want to get out of the market. Okay. So I'm going to show you how you would have did that. So after you saw these confirmations, boom, you were like, okay, sell, boom, I'm finna hop in. We want to set our stop loss and our profit. So boom, this is a 1-to-1. This is about a 58 pip stop loss. 50 pips is way too wide for a stop loss. We don't want to risk losing that much capital. Okay. Especially if you have a smaller account, and especially if you're new, you don't want to lose that much money. So we want to do a 20. We want to do 30 for our profit range would have been right here, 30. Okay. So this is a 1-to-1 risk reward right here. If the market would have went against us in this red range, which it didn't, it stayed in the positive. So once it broke, once price got down to here, we caught our 20 pips. We actually got 30 pips on this. Catch our 30 pips and we close our trade out. We're done with that trade. That trade is over. We secured our bag. We made our money. We move on. We look for another setup. All right. Now let's see how much money we could have potentially made on this potential setup right here. So like I said before, we're only looking for 30 pips versus 160. We just want our 30 and we look for another setup. So on and so on. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. We want to stack our money up. All right. So boom, we caught our 30 pips. Let's see what his price is. Okay. We got in at about, we would have gotten this trade at about 1.09300. This is just my a calculator that I use just to determine how much profit or loss you would potentially make on a trade. So our currency pair that we're looking at is Euro USD. Boom. This was a sale. Open price. What did I say? Our open price was 1.09. 1.09. Let's just say we got in at 1.09300. All right, keep it simple. 1.09300. We closed our trade out at 1.09. We closed our trade out at 1.09012. All right. 1.09012. That's what we got out of our trade at. Now on that potential trade right there on a standard lot, a dollar lot size, on that particular setup, we would have made $288 profit. All right. On a smaller account, if you would have used, let's just say a 0.20. This is what I usually use on the smaller accounts. Let's say you have like $100, $200. If you were using a 0.20 lot size, you would have made $57. You would have made $57 off that setup. Let's say you started with a trade account with $150. Okay. Let's just say you took that particular trade setup, you dropped a 0.20. Now you're up over $200 in your account just that quick, just that simple. It's really that easy. You already made that. On a bigger size account, let's say you got a $500 plus account, which these are the accounts I usually start off with. I use standard lots. This is what I usually trade with. I would have made $288 on that trade. It's that simple. Let's look for another one. Let's go back a little bit more. Boom, I already got one drawn up right here. Okay, this is another one I had seen. On this particular one, we're going to look at a buy. Like I said, we start off with our trend lines. We're looking at our trend lines first, see which way the market is moving, and we can see that it's respecting this trend line. Okay, it's respecting it. It's not falling below it. It's not coming below it. It's bouncing off of it. So I can show you even better how it's respecting this trend line. Let's draw a couple of these. Show some price action. Which price action you'll learn once you get a little bit more in depth and a little bit more educated. So boom, we can see some price action going on this trend line. It's respecting, it's bouncing off of it. Every time it comes down to it, it bounces off of it. Okay. So if we were back here, we saw this, we had this trend line drawn, we seen the market is going up. We would have got in, let's say we wanted to get into a buy. If you look right here, we got that buy signal from the pivot reversal strategy thrown out. We have the green box stating it's a buy. So we have two confirmations right there. That's a good buy. We have it respecting the trend line, and we have a buy signal being thrown out. And now, boom, we look up even further. We have it above the 50 MA. It's above the 50 moving average, and it's green. So boom, let's get in the buy. We click buy. We put our trade in. Like I said before, we only want 20 to 30 pips. 20 to 30 pips and we're out. 20 to 30, we're out. We already made $288 that we on our next trade. Boom, we're trying to compound our account. We're trying to stack that money up. We're trying to run it up. So boom, we're in this trade. This is a buy, so we're going to go into a long position. So we're going to be going long. Boom. We only want 20 to 30 pips. Let's say we caught 30 on this one. We're going to go for 30 on this one. Set our stop loss down here to 30. Boom. 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. We didn't get any drawdown. We didn't go into the negative at all. We hit our take profit on this trade. We caught another 30 pips. Let's see how much we would have made on this trade right here. We started off at 1.08067. We're gonna hit buy 1.08067. We exited our trade at 1.08360. Boom. $293 on a standard lot, which is what I usually trade with. Let's just say you started your account with $500. You threw $500 in there. You started investing, started trading. You made $288 off the first setup, another $293 off the second setup. You already doubled your account just that quick. Okay, it's really that easy. A lot of people overcomplicate this Forex stuff, but it's really that simple. You had two good trade setups right there, buy and a sell. You made close to $300 on both of them. You doubled your account. Let's just say you had, like I said, the smaller account, you had $150 or something like that. You dropped a point, 20 lot size, you made another $58, $60 on that trade. You've already doubled your account just that quick. Let's just say you had an account with $20 in there or something like that. We don't want to be too risky on that. We're going to drop the 0.1. You would have made $3. You know what I'm saying? You would have started with $10. You made $3. If you would have took both of those trades and done that 2 times, you would have damn near doubled your account. It's just that simple. Let's go back and look at one more. That's two trades right there. And look, guys, it's way more ways to make money in this market. It's patterns you can look at. A lot of other ways to make money other than these strategies right here. You can be making money on top of this, but I'm just showing you this way. It's really simple, and you can really do a lot of damage within the market just using this simple setup. Boom. I went back and got another trend line drawn right here. This one was a sell. This one was another sell. If you look at this, we seen the trend line. We seen it's respecting. Let's draw it out. Let's look at our price action. Let's see how it respects this trend line. We see it respected right there, bounced up. We see price came back down, respected, stayed above it, bounced up again. You see it came down again, still respecting. But what do we have now? Boom, it's above our 50 moving average. So that's what we're watching for. That's what we're looking at right now. We still don't want to get in, even though it's above. You could, but I wouldn't get in yet. Why? Because I only have, at this point, I really only have one confirmation. I have it's respecting, but you can see in the beginning it's still below the 50 SMA. It's still up under that 50 moving average. So I wouldn't get in that trade. Okay. So we still see it's respecting. It's respecting. If it broke below, at that point we would be possibly looking for a sell, but we can still see that it's respecting this trend line. Okay, it's still moving up. You got that sell box up here. We're not studying that because why? It's up right at this point. It's above the 50 moving average. So right now we wouldn't even be concerned with that sell. So now that it's above the 50, it's above the 50, and guess what? It's still respecting that trend line. It's still moving up. So that's two confirmations. Boom. We look at it further. What do we have here? We have a buy. We have that buy. What do we have here? We have a buy being thrown out. We have that buy signal. So that's our three confirmations. Okay. If you want to look even further, we look down here. You're going to learn this later. If I look down here, I got four confirmations. I see that the market is oversold right now. That means be looking for a buy. So I would have definitely took this trade right here. I would have got in right here. Let's say we roll this trade all the way up to the top. We're not going to do the 20 pips. We're going to just stay in this and ride this trade all the way out. On this trade, we would have caught 357 pips. We would have caught 357 pips. All right. Now let's convert this into dollars because we like money. We like cash. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Let's go over here to our profit calculator. Euro USD, we got to buy. We would get in this trade at 1.07. Let's just say 7950. 1.07950. Okay. We got out at, we rolled it up to 1.112. Let's just say let's round it down to 260. 1.11260. Okay. 1.11260. Now, like I said, I like to trade standard lots. Let's see how much we would have made on that. $3,000. We would have made 3K. 3K up that move. That's a $3,000 trade right there. Okay. Even on a small account, let's say you had $10, $20, you dropped let's just say you dropped a 0.01, you would have made $33. You done quadrupled your account off that one trade. Mind you, that trade would have played out over a couple days. This was actually from March 20th to March 29th. So that would have been about a week. You would have had to wait for that money. But hey, what's a week for $3,000? What's a week for 3K? That's where the patience comes in. Because mind you, while you're in this trade, you're also looking for other trade setups in the market as well. So you got this trade running and you're also collecting other money as well. Okay. So if we look back, let's just say you were a little bit more aggressive. Let's just say you started with like $25 and you dropped a 0.10, which is a fairly small trade size, and you rolled it out. You would have made $330. That's how easy it is to make money with this Forex market. That's how easy it is to be profitable, be a profitable trader. All right. You just look for these trade setups, you look for these confirmations, and you run with them. That's all it is. I see a bunch of stuff right here in front of me, but I'm not gonna complicate stuff too much for you guys. I just showed you how you can make 3K. You could have made 3K just that quick over a week's time frame, and that's just from one trade setup off one currency pair. All right. I see so much other stuff on my screen right now that I could have been capitalizing on. Like it's a head and shoulders, which I'm not going to get into all that. You'll learn that once you get into it and start getting your education on this stuff. But yeah, man, it's a head and shoulders pattern right here. Boom. I see this head and shoulders forming. So I'll be looking for a sell. I'll be looking for that right shoulder for that sell, and I would have rolled this all the way down here. If we go back and look at our original strategy that I just showed you, let's zoom in a little bit. We see it broke below this trend line finally, right? Let's go back. Let's look at some price action. See, it came back up after it broke below. It tested it. It did not break it again. It did not go above it. It's still below it. And boom, what do we see here? It's below our 50 moving average. Look at our third confirmation. We get a sell signal right here. We have 3 things right now telling us to sell this. So guess what? We hopped in the sell. Boom, roll this all the way down. All the way down. Now let's say, let's go ahead and look at our 20 pips right here. We got in that sell. Got our 20 to 30 pips for the day on that trade. Boom, that's a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. Move this up a little bit more. 30. Boom. That simple. That's how easy it was to catch 20 to 30 pips. All right. Now let's see. Let's go ahead and do our calculations. Let's see how much money that would have been. How much we would have put in our pocket just then. Let's go to our calculator. Euro USD. We got in a sale. We sold from let's say 1.10430. 1.10430, and we sold out. We got our 30 pips, rolled it down to 1.09836. 1.09836. Boom. On a little $10 trade size, $10 lot, we would have made $59. You know what I like to trade though? Standards. We got a standard lot. Boom. $590 off 20 pips. 30 pips, I meant. We made $590. Now, let's go back and look at this. Let's make this a little bit more exciting. Boom. We got in that sale. We rolled it down. Let's go ahead and get our 20 pips out. 20, 30 pips. This was a short. It was a sale. Short sale position. Let's bring this down. You know, we want our 1-to-1 ratio. Let's just say we set a 30 pip stop loss, 30 pip take profit. It's our 1-to-1, so we rolled it down. Let's say we got in right here at 1.10281. 1.10281. We rolled it down to 1.10019. 1.10019. We're gonna leave the trade size at $1. All right, 1.00. I like to trade standard, so I would have made $260 off that 30 pip setup. That's 30 pip trade setup right there. That's $260. Smaller accounts, 0.10, $26. 50-cent lot size, $130. All right, that's good money. Compounding our money, compounding our profits. That's all we're doing, compounding our profits. We find a trade setup, catch our 20, 30 pips. We get out of it, look for the next one. That's all we're doing. All right, now let's make this a little bit more exciting. Okay, we got our 20 to 30 pips. We got out, but let's say we rolled this trade out. Let's say we rolled it down, rolled this trade out until we seen it hit this other trend line down here. We seen the market start to move back up. So we took it all the way down. Let's move this down. Let's move our target down. Let's say we rolled it all the way down here. That's 255 pips. Let's say we caught all that. We caught that whole move. Let's go to our profit calculator. We got in at the same price, 1.0281. Remember, we got in up here 1.0281. This is where we got in. This is where we got into our sale at. We rolled that all the way down. All right. We closed our trade out at 1.07773. 1.07773. Boom. On a 50-cent lot, that would have made you $1,200. On a 10-cent lot, $250. You know, I like to trade standards. Boom. $2,500 off that move right there. That's crazy. That's $2,500. That's a $2,500 trade right there in front of your face. And you see, I told you how to get it. I told you how to find it. I gave you the game. This is free money. This is free money. All you gotta do is learn the basics. Just learn the basics, and this will come. This will come. Rome wasn't built in a day, so don't think you can just hop in the market and just do this stuff off rip. But it will come. It just takes study. It takes the proper education and the proper mentorship. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to help you and mentor you guys, and put you on game and give you the tools that you need to make a little money, put a little change in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? I could go more into this. I'm coming back with more stuff later on down the line, but I don't want to hold you guys too long. I don't want to run this video on too long, but you guys get the gist. I've gave you this strategy to use and incorporate in your everyday trading. Once you get for my beginners, please go through and get the proper beginner education first. Learn about trend lines, learn about support and resistance, stuff like that, because it gets way deeper than this. And matter of fact, let me show you real quick how it gets deeper. Right here, we caught this sale right here, right? We see market started moving back up. I could have gotten a sale right here. Let me show you how. I'm gonna pull out my Fibonacci retracement tool, which, like I said, this stuff it gets deep. You guys learn all this stuff now. I pull out my Fib retracement tool. Boom. I see that price came down. I see that price came back up. Now, to the untrained eye, they would say, "Oh, the market's moving back up. This sale wasn't a good trade," or this sale, this it's not going to be a sale anymore. It's going into a buy, and that's not the case at all. When I seen price come down here, when I seen it start moving back up, when I saw that green candle, price moving back up, price reversing, I pull out my Fib retracement tool. I look at my golden zones right here. Like I said, you'll learn all this stuff later on. You gotta get the basics down first. I look at my golden zone. I say, boom, price is gonna come up to this area right here, and it's gonna start selling off again. Boom, I get in my sell up here. Let me go ahead and mark this out for you. I'm gonna put a circle right here. I would have gotten my trade right there at that point, because I seen it respected my golden zone. I like to call it the security bag zone. I would have got in right there. I seen, let's go back to the strategy we learned in the beginning. Let's go back to our strategy. I seen it respected my zone. I seen that it's below the 50 moving average. It's red. And I seen we got a sell signal right here. But we got this sell signal before it came up, before it retraced and came back up. But we still have this sell signal here. It's no other signals. This sell is still valid. So I would have been like, okay, cool, boom, time to sell. It respected this area. It's below the 50 moving average. I would have rolled it down. I would have caught my 20, 30 pips, got up out of there. I secured another bag just because I saw that move. Like I said, to the untrained eye, they wouldn't have saw that. But because I know how to use fibs, I pulled my Fibonacci out and I caught that bag. Now you could have rolled this trade all the way down. It was a little, price was it got a little consolidated in here. It was moving sideways. We didn't have too much trending going on. But going back to our 20 to 30 pips, let's see what we would have caught. Easy 30 pips. Easy 30 on that. Easy 30. Let's move our stop loss down. We like our 1-to-1 risk reward ratios. It never even went into the negative. I never would have saw any red on this trade. That was all green. Boom, hit my profit mark. That's another 20, 30 pips right there. That's another $200 in my pocket. It's that simple. It's that easy. But like I said, you got to be trained. That's really all it is to it, man. That's all it is to it. Once your eyes get trained to look at this stuff and see what's going on, price action, you get used to seeing the way the market moves, stuff like that. You learn that strategy. You start practicing. Once you get the basics down, support, resistance, trend lines, market structure, things of that nature. Like I said, man, it's no ending to what you can achieve in this market, man. The money is there. The money is there. You just have to be educated. You have to educate yourselves. My contact information will be in the description down below. If you're trying to further your education, get started in this market, start trading Forex. If you want to make the same type of moves I just showed you, don't hesitate to contact me, man. Like I said, I'm gonna put my contact information down in the description area, and make sure you reach out to me. We can get you started investing, man, and making something happen. I just showed you how easy it can be, man. Like I said, a lot of people overcomplicate this stuff, and it's really not that hard. I just made it super easy for you. Anybody can do it. Anybody.